Hey guys, welcome back to another reading your comments video. It's been a while, I know. Been a little crazy the last couple of weeks. I just haven't had time to go through everything, and I've kind of been a bum and should have made time, so I'm sorry we haven't had one of these or a mail video in a while, but we're getting another reading your comments this week, and then I might do one or two more mail videos, and then might just make it down to a weekly or every other week reading your comments video. So anywho, without further ado, let's get started reading your comments. And we're going to start off with a little bit of a doozy here. Feth Duck says, your dad passed away when you were 11? Damn, that sounds like a shitty time. It was. Yes, my dad passed away when I was 11, and he and my mom split up when I was, I think, 4. Some of my best memories of my dad are golfing, fishing, and playing video games, eating pizza, and he and his best friend would watch football, and I wasn't really a big fan of football, but I enjoyed listening to them yell and scream watching it, and I didn't really understand why they were so upset. Now I do, because I do the same thing. But yes, he drank tequila, and eventually it wore down his esophagus, and it ruptured, and it's a long story. If you've watched my Draw My Life video, it's under my Wade's favorite videos section on my page. I go into a little bit more detail there, but I did lose my father when I was 11 years old, and it was a rough time. But I've lived 16 years without him after having 11 years with him, which is really crazy to think about. But in all honesty, it made me a stronger person because I understood some of the things he did that I didn't want to do. I don't drink a whole lot, and I'm very careful with drinking, but it also made me appreciate the time I did get to spend with him, and I learned the value of, how short life can be. So I've taken a lot more advantage of the people that I had in my life from that point on, and got to spend more time with them and appreciating them. Even though I've lost a lot of people, I think I've probably been to 20 or 30, somewhere in that range, funerals in my lifetime, and only maybe 5 to 10 weddings, which is kind of a sad comparison there, though this year the weddings are certainly going to be stacking up a bit. But yeah, it was a rough year. I lost my dad in August, and then I actually lost my grandpa a few months later. So the year 2000, the new millennium, was a rough year for me, but hey, life happens. So I'm thinking in life, we're going to usually outlive our parents and grandparents and some of our siblings and friends and things like that if we're fortunate to live that long. So it's really not like a shocking thing to lose a family member, maybe losing them that young, but it's something we're all going to have to go through in life. And unfortunately, I just had to go through it at a young age, but it did help me kind of build up a little bit of a wall to make me stronger, so that going through loss in the future, I wouldn't say it was easier, but at least I was more prepared for it. So anywho, that's all I have to say about that. Laylee Hart, #princess, says, anyone notice how Wade's YouTube icon looks like Adam Sandler, especially from Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights? So I don't personally see this, but I've been told several times people think I look like Adam Sandler. I think there are some similar features there, but I think if we were standing side by side, people wouldn't confuse the two of us. I've seen people that look dead on like somebody else. I don't think I look dead on like Adam Sandler. I'm not sure which features it is that looks like him. Maybe it's the head shape or something. I don't know. But maybe we can get a side by side comparison here. Do I look like Adam Sandler? Do I? Or do? Whatever. I don't know. Maybe. Shotties84. I hope Shotties84. Something like that. Sorry for butchering names. I absolutely love it when Wade beats D-Live. I enjoy it too a little bit, because I like hearing D-Live get all salty, but we're good friends. Our competitive spirits are all in good fun. We go into gameplays, and I'm not expecting to be the best gamer in the entire world. If I was a great gamer, I'd probably be like Gerard the Completionist or something like that. I'd be playing video games to their fullest and being amazing at them, but instead, I pick things I'm going to have fun with that you guys are going to enjoy. Like watching me scream and rage and everything, basically. Or, goofing around and Who's Your Daddy or stuff like that. So winning is fun, especially because no one ever expects me to win because I'm not a great gamer, but I just like having fun. That's the important thing. A bucket 14. A bucket? I don't know. Do you ever wonder what's going through someone's mind when they create their usernames. Like mine's weird and stupid, but a lot of people have very interesting names. It's just like there has to be some kind of story as to all of the things you could call yourself on the internet. You chose a bucket. Why a bucket? I'm curious. If you have a weird username, you should let me know why that is your username, because I'm genuinely curious sometimes why you guys pick the usernames you do. But anyway, a bucket 14 says, GGWW, good game, Wade wins. Good game, Wade wins. That's a phrase you will not hear very often. Will I do well enough? Sure. I'm usually good for, like a second, third place finish out of 2 or 3 people. But getting first place, now that's a special thing for me. Now, I really am not being fair. I don't lose as often as I say I do. I'm actually pretty decent at games sometimes, especially whenever I'm just... That's my try-hard mode face, where I'm not doing any commentary. I'm just purely focused on winning. You're welcome. Ashton Gregg says, when I met Wade at PAX South, he was so nice. And I just wanted to say, you are awesome, Wade. Why did I read it like that? I don't know. But thank you, Ashton. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. The reason I go to conventions anymore is honestly to meet fans and to make time to spend with my friends from around the world, I guess. Tesh, Australia, Jack, England, there's all kinds of, England, Ireland, Yami and everyone else is in England. Everyone is in England. Everyone. No, it's really cool to get to go and meet people from around the world and around the country. People from, Mexico, Canada, countries I've not even heard of. It's really neat. And to go for those 2 reasons is awesome. I used to go to look at the games, and sometimes I still do go check out games. I'll make appointments to go look at this or that, or I'll go wait in line sometimes. But for the most part at this point, I look at Steam, I look at Game Jolt, or if I go to like PAX South or PAX East, I've seen the games that they're gonna have at PAX Prime. So there's not a whole lot of new stuff there for me in that department. So getting to meet you guys, getting to go on stage and interact with other YouTubers and streamers, and getting to hang out with friends like D-Live, Entuin, Mark, Jack, Bob, people don't get to see that often, is really, really cool. So it's an honor to get to meet people that I see commenting on my videos that, you guys see my face, but I don't get to see yours unless we're there, or unless I run into you like at the store, or when I'm getting food, or at the movie theater, random places I've run into you guys recently. So you're awesome. And I hope if you guys see me in public, unless I'm in a bathroom, you come say hello. If I'm in a bathroom, just politely wait outside for me to walk out. There was one incident where a guy ran into a bathroom at me with his phone out and wanted to take a picture, and I was standing right at the urinal, and it was the weirdest moment for me. Like, I was like tuckering over, like, no, please, not now. Wait till I get out. Pee faster, pee faster, pee faster. So, just if you give me a moment if I'm in the restroom. Other than that, sure, let's hang out. Take pictures, say hello. Not talk about bathrooms. Moonbeam says, for some reason this game reminds me of that one episode of Rugrats where they're at the golf course. Hey Wade, if you get a hole in a hole, you'll get a huge bowl of ice cream. Do you mean a hole in one? What's a hole in hole? Like, I'm not just being mean here. I really don't know if that's a phrase that means something or if you mean a hole in one. I've gotten a few holes in one, holes in ones on the Forest and Oasis maps. Every now and then it happens, rarely, but every now and then. But I used to watch Rugrats all the time. One of my younger brother's favorite shows is Rugrats, and my mom hated it. My mom hated Rugrats so much. But my brother and I used to watch that all the time. I do not remember the golf course episode. I don't remember them being at a golf course ever. But I do know I really love playing golf with friends, especially when they let me host. Now that there are custom game options and I can do whatever I want to them and they can't do anything other than play it and then yell and scream at me for the terrible choices I make. Oh, it makes me so happy, especially Patrick. He gets so mad. I love it. And JP just, screams and freaks out. And then there's Gar, who has like aimbot on Golf with Friends or something. Whatever, Gar. Spyro Hannah says, Spyro Hannah? Wade, why don't you do a live stream? I actually did 2 last week. Unfortunately this week, as of today that you're watching this, I'm not gonna be in town. I am visiting St. Jude Hospital down in Memphis, Tennessee. So I will be busy down there meeting up with other streamers and the St. Jude people and trying to work out some details to improve the St. Jude streams we'll be doing this year. So I'm really excited to go down there and work with them and get to meet different families, patients, doctors, and interact with other people and try to figure out ways to make it so streaming is better for us, better for you guys, most importantly, and better for the, well, I guess better for the, you know, raising money is the most important part because we're trying to raise money for the great cause there, but to make it easier and make it so it's better for you guys. So maybe like last year, I know one of the things that we really wanted to hammer out was a way so that way when you guys would donate to St. Jude, we'd have direct links that we could program into XSplit, OBS, etc. That would make it so it would pop up. So like whenever you guys donate to me on Twitch right now and it goes, donation, and it's really freaky and makes me jump, it could be something like that, but your name pops up and it'll scream something at me and make me jump, and it'll be for St. Jude this time. So that's what we're hoping to work, things like that. So once I get back, I'll be hard pressed to do much because I'm leaving for New York to go spend some time with D-Live and then go to PAX East. So I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time to live stream as soon as we get back, but if I can squeeze one or two in, I certainly will. My goal is to start live streaming more than I had been for quite a while. I'd like to get at least 1 to 2 streams in a week, but during heavy con travel season, that's gonna be a little tough, but I'll do what I can. Robin says, I love it when Wade and friends try to do trick shots to save time, but end up in an even worse position than before. If you get greedy for those strokes, you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, but what's the fun in just, you know, playing it out? Like, you've gotta try to get a little bit of an advantage. Sometimes you have to take risks, because if everyone's just taking that one shot to the left, and then you go forward, then to the right, and then down for par, you know, you screw up once and everyone else is going to be a stroke ahead. So you might take a gamble that sure may cost you an extra stroke here, but the next hole it might save you 2 strokes. So what's losing a stroke versus gaining 2 or 3? It's kind of like the rewards sometimes are better than the risks, but sometimes we take the risks every single hole and then by the end you're screwed. So I don't know. Plus it makes it more entertaining, doesn't it, that we just try to do the harder shots. Plus there's one map on the forest where there's you start off on an elevated platform, there's like a spinning thing, the next platform over is where the hole is, and you can either try to get on the spinny thing or else you can try to ramp down and back up. And I've actually a couple times, just playing around for fun, managed to get onto that little thing and spit over right to where the hole is. And it does, it saves you a shot or two whenever it works out, but when it doesn't, you're well, pardon my language, but you're up shit creek. I can't think of a better term. Up a creek without a paddle? I can't remember the phrase, so we'll just move on. Also, sorry about my voice being a little raspy. I have been recording a lot the last couple days and I'm starting to lose my voice before a trip, which is never a good thing, but such is life. Dimension 13 says, settle this with a makeout session? That's what you said. People tell me things that I say in videos sometimes, and usually I don't believe them. I can't believe that random crap like that comes out of my mouth. And then I'll go back and watch the video and I'll say, huh, I did in fact say that. So maybe my brain was working in one way, and then I thought, oh man, it would sure be funny but stupid if I said this. And so instead of completing the track I'm on, my inability to comprehend 2 separate tracks just morphs, and I just mold the 2 tracks together and settle this with a and make out session, just blend into one terrible sentence that I throw to you, and then you guys can quote me on later and make me look really weird. I'm probably really weird. That's probably a fair assessment. Katie Tolle says, there's 3 thumbs down on this video. I wonder if they're JP, Gar, and Patrick. There's probably more than 3 at this point, but yes, I don't think they would do that, but after what I've done to them in Golf with Friends, especially during Patrick's charity stream for Able Gamers the other day, I can't say I'd be shocked. I probably deserve it. I've been pretty cruel and sadistic to them for my own pleasure and laughter and happiness, so I can't blame them if it was them, but I don't think they'd do that. They're good upstanding citizens who wouldn't click the dislike button. Some people dislike just because it's not the series they want, or because they don't like my channel in general and they just want to ruin my channel, so they'll click dislike thinking it hurts me or something, but really, I mean, clicking like is better for me. I prefer to see those things, but if you click dislike, you're still actually helping my channel, so I guess thank you either way. So if you want to help me, click like, but by clicking dislike, you're actually still helping. So, man, you sure showed me. Because channel interaction is channel interaction. Stitch-a-low? Stitch-3-low? Stick-hello? Stitch-a-low? I don't know. Do more with other shapes. Would you guys like to see more Golf with Friends? Like maybe an episode for each shape of ball or something like that? I mean, if you'd like to see more of it, I'd be happy to do it. Just let me know. Comment and tell me. Because I would certainly enjoy torturing my friends more. I don't care if I win or lose. I just enjoy hearing them rage. Like maybe like a 3-shot challenge with a cube or something. No one would ever win. Robin again. We got you twice, Robin, unless this is a different Robin. Abused by your teammates. Shot, pummeled, and burned at every opportunity. You were even thrown off the freaking building, but you still kept going. You're the true MVP. I think this was on Left 4 Dead with Mark, Jack, and Bob. I had a rough time on that one. I got my butt kicked quite a few times, and I had a few heroic moments where I went and sacrificed myself to save my teammates, because I'm very much a co-op minded person. Like I do PvP games, I've done the culling lately and some other PvP oriented things, but when it boils down to it, I am so much more comfortable on a team of 2 to 4 or 5 people playing against AI than I ever am in PvP matches. Bots maybe overall are easier, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of someone having to lose, I guess. So I want everyone to win, so I want us all to be on the same team. And if we're playing bots, 1, I feel like we're better against them and we can get mad and hate them and it's not like an actual person. And 2, if we win or lose, we're not being beaten by somebody else or beating somebody else. I don't know, I'm a loser like that, whatever. I want everybody to win. Daniel Kiros says, Wade made the ultimate sacrifice by not getting on the plane, but staying on the field to make sure no zombies killed his friends. Truly, the hero, the real hero here, people. Rest in peace, Wade Barnes, Lord Minion 777, 1989 to 2016. That kind of gives me chills reading the last couple lines. Like, that's actually going to be a thing one day. I will have 1989 something. There will be a year that I die, and we'll see that. I doubt Lord Minion 777 will be on my tombstone or anything, but maybe I'll have gotten to the point where at least it will be acknowledged that I was on the internet or something. I don't know. So, getting past that part, yeah, it's like I said in the last comment, I do enjoy saving people, even if it's at my own expense. I guess I kind of hope that if I save someone, then maybe my other teammates will come help save me, which doesn't always work that way, especially with Jack, Mark, and Bob. Mark, with the gnome, especially. I'm not supposed to talk about that. It's bad for my blood pressure. I don't know. That group might be bad for my blood pressure one day. I am getting older now. Emily Goodwin says, I'm the Jesus of this group. Wade, 2016. Probably something I shouldn't have said, but definitely sounds like something I would say in the heat of a moment. It's like, this is a good idea to say. This won't offend anybody. Not sure why I said that. Why would I have said Jesus? Is it because I died and came back and then saved people? Or is it because I went and died saving, I think it was Jack I saved and then died right away. It's like I died for him. Maybe that was like the reference I was trying to make there for some reason. I don't know. Once again, you guys quote me on things and I don't ever remember what I say. I remember when Mark first started his channel and I've got a chair, whole chair up your butt, like those kind of comments people said to him all the time. And even I, whenever I saw him sometimes, would think of those quotes from his videos because those were just things he said all the time. I remember he did, what was that game? Nightmare, something Nightmare. It's on the tip of my Nightmare House, I think, Nightmare House 2. And he shot a few zombies in a row and it was a boom, a bangy. And every time I heard gunshots for a while, I thought of a boom, a bangy. Just sometimes someone says something and it sticks with you, and you guys get that from some of my quotes, but I do not remember them. Because my brain does not work in a way that allows me to think and talk at the same time. Really need like a glass of water. Yep, all desert and sand. Spyro's G panties, not panties, not pan. Spyro G Panda says, on the third day our savior, the Lord Minion 777, rose from the dead, only to be eaten alive by zombies again. There's a lot of religious reference in Left 4 Dead, apparently. Was it? I guess it wasn't too far before Easter that we played that, right? It was like February. So, sure, I'll take it. Only I don't think that's how Jesus, I don't think that's how his time went. I don't think he rose from the dead that was eaten by zombies. If so, they left that part out of the Bible, because that's pretty messed up if we missed a zombie apocalypse in history that we don't know about, isn't it? Would that technically make him a zombie if you die and come back from the dead? Even if you come back in like spirit form, are you just a ghost? You're just a ghost at that point. I don't know. These are questions I probably shouldn't ask. I'm probably gonna offend some people by asking these kinds of weird questions. I don't know. I'm not a person who gets offended, so I don't typically tread on those kinds of grounds whenever I'm comfortable talking to somebody, but I do know when to try to avoid certain subjects, especially in front of the entire planet. So I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but at the same time, I'm just asking innocent questions like any 5-year-old minded person would, like me. Goo goo gaga? I was gonna slap myself, but I did that earlier and my face still hurts, so I'm not gonna do it this time. Fine. Ow. Geigen9630 says, I show up early to a Lord Mimian video and I am greeted by 3 men ganging up on a lamp. Quality content as always, Wade. You're welcome. That was a Gmod Homicide, I think, part 1, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't remember where that started. We were just like, hey, let's start recording. All right, everything's rolling. Hey, this lamp. This lamp. I don't remember what we decided to do to the lamp. I remember screwing around with the lamp, and then I did my intro. And of course, Day decided to punish me by leaving that part in, so she knows how to give you guys the quality content at my expense. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. I love Gmod Homicide. I want to record more of that. I didn't get the reception I'd hoped. I guess people didn't like us pretending to be other people. Some of you really enjoyed it, and some of you were just like, play the game mode. This isn't about you guys having fun. It's about watching me watch you murder each other. Or something. I don't know. That's how I imagine it going. That's how I imagine you guys talking. Do you talk like that when you get mad at me? I'm so mad at you, Wade. I'm only a 7-year-old, but I talk like this out of frustration. It's a fun voice. You should try it. ChantryV says, this game mode is insane, and the way everyone changed their voices for their characters was amazing. I couldn't stop laughing. I hope there's more Gmod Homicide in the future. Now that, cat, is the way I hope people react, because I had so much fun with that. Actually, I think it's something that I wasn't entirely comfortable with a while back, but getting into role playing a little bit and just like, you know, picking a role out and, hey, you kids, get over here, and people like, okay, dad, and then they go and stab. Like, that kind of stuff's funny in Gmod. Not in real life, but in Gmod, just to like role play stupid, ridiculous, terrible things, to me is a lot of fun, and I want to do more of it. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if not, you might just have to deal with it anyway, because it's my channel, I do what I want. Like Cartman, I do what I want. That was a terrible Cartman impression. Even if I didn't have a dry throat, it'd probably still be terrible, but that was especially terrible. The Golden Spider Duck says, Wade is the murderer. Kills semi-discreetly. Gets killed. Wade is a bystander. Brazenly murders everyone, including every innocent person and the murderer. That is my luck. If I'm not supposed to kill everyone, I will kill them all in a jiffy. But whenever I'm trying my hardest, I will screw up or get screwed and lose. That is called Wade luck. You know what Wade luck is everything's going right in the day, and then I get in my car trying to hurry to go get somewhere for dinner so I can get back in time for a live stream or something, and I hit every red light I possibly can, and I get stuck behind that minivan going 30 miles under the speed limit in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. We're going so slow, we're going -5, we're going backwards. And that is called Wade luck. Even the traffic lights that never turn, ever, the ones you sit at and you're like trying to get out of the retail store for 20 minutes, I will hit that light every time. Despite the fact that 1 out of every like 30 minutes is it red, I will hit it perfectly. Wade luck, everybody. Wade luck. Sakura Light 77 says, I was about to say, I was wondering what happened to chapter 1, but it no longer exists. Yes, we tried to find Shadows chapter 1 and pardon me. That came out of nowhere. We were trying to find Shadows Chapter 1, and we could not find it. We tried looking for old files linking to it or downloads to it. We could not find it. And we found out that the person who made it took it down because they said it just wasn't up to par, it wasn't updated, and it wasn't worth playing anymore. So we made a decision to go ahead and do Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, and even Molly went back trying to find Chapter 1 and just could not find it. So, I mean, it just does not exist as far as I'm aware anymore. So, yes, Chapters 2 and 3 of the Shadows Gmod horror maps are the only ones we could find. Sad, but true. Barbara Dramatic Nonsense says, all you do is break games. Why? It's not intentional. I don't know why. Sometimes, you know, screwing around. Sometimes we're actually trying to do something the right way, and I make a misstep and completely shatter things. But in all honesty, I mean, I know Mark has the same problem. He and I talk about this all the time. If there's a way to break a game at the most inconvenient possible time, he and I will find a way to do that. And that is just going back to Wade luck. Even Mark occasionally has Wade luck. He just will never admit it. We should move on. BTW Isaac says, Wade, you didn't finish the map. You only got to the halfway point. You need to go through the looping corridor until you make it through to the other side. There's quite a bit left after that, including the big finale where you get chased by a... Well, I'm not going to spoil it. Please finish this map, Wade. Also, fun fact, this map was made by the same guy who did Spooky's House of Jump Scares. That is actually really interesting. JP, you and I need to go back and redo any Gmod horror map, honestly, that we might have missed out on. So we will go back and we'll look into it, BT Isaac, and I will do my best to get that out at some point. So thank you for letting us know. Mental note made. And JP will watch this. He'll keep track. He's good at that. Anyone is better at keeping track of mental things than I am. Austin Elder says, on your horror games, your name should say Lord Minion 666. Actually, would it be like Dark Minion 666? Or something like that. Hellspawn 666. My Little Satan 666. King Evil 666. I'm terrible with names. But I'm not gonna change my name just for a horror game, but you guys are more than welcome to make Lord Minion 666 or Dark Minion fan art, and I'll make sure to retweet it or tumble it or whatever else. So hey, if you want to make it a thing, all the power to you. Jazzy M says, if you're scaring JP, it's always a good video. Oh my goodness. There were a couple times that I remember JP just freaking out, and I remember going dead silent. And on the inside, I was laughing so hard, and I could just feel his terror, like, Wade, where'd you go? Wade, you better not be screwing me. If you're screwing me, I swear. And I'm just sitting there like, trying so hard not to make any noise. JP Terrified is amazing. It really is. That boy has a talent for being scared. I envy that. Potatoes are good. Yeah, they really are. Potato olays, tater tots, French fries, mashed potatoes, potato skins, little Saratoga chips, potato chips. Potatoes are good. Anywho says, why did you use the flashlight when it said not to use it? That ruins the horror and makes the lateen useless? The lantern, I think you mean? I don't know. I feel like the type of game mode we had running just automatically had the flashlights. I thought we tried to use the lantern or didn't we? There might have been one time or a couple times that we forgot to do that and we just used our flashlights. But I mean, in all honesty, I don't think it changes anything too much. Maybe it gives you a little bit more visibility, but I'm sorry if it ruined the map for you. I remember trying to use the lantern at least a couple times that we weren't supposed to use flashlights, but we were using a horror mod that kind of gave us that. And I think from now on we're just going to try to use whatever the map suggests, whether it's the default free-for-all mode or whatever it's called. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm so brain dead, but I'll try to avoid doing that in the future. Sorry, potatoes. You're so good. And why do I have to be so bad to you? Sorry, potatoes, I let you down. We'll move on now. Wolf Jedi Samuel says, I barely got that name out in one go. As Jeff Dunham, as Walter White used to say, 3 million sperms and those are the ones that got through. That was not supposed to be a Walter impression. That was just the voice I chose to go with, for the record. I think JP, Pat, Gar, and I are pretty good examples that the smartest sperm doesn't always make it through. No offense to those three guys, but just seeing us play Who's Your Daddy, Move or Die, Gmod, anything else together pretty much shows that, wow, you know, on this planet, anyone does have a chance. The birth game is kind of like America, or anyone could actually make it through. Sure, maybe that Olympic sperm's gonna win more times than not, but there's still a chance for the underdog if it bites the powerful sperm's tail off, and that little floaty tadpole head's just stuck, sitting there in horror, remembering the muscular tail it once had, and now as we laugh, passing it by as the underdog, and saying, haha, not so powerful now, are you? And then we go and make Who's Your Daddy episodes, and then we're thinking back to, man, maybe we should have let that guy win because we really probably shouldn't be here. But yet, here we are. Aren't you guys so lucky? I should probably get more sleep. Alright guys, well thank you all so much for watching. This has been another reading your comments video. I am sorry we've not gotten any more of these out I'm sorry we've not gotten these out more frequently. I will try to be better as always. I will work on improving that. Expect a mail video next Wednesday, then maybe another reading your comments video following that, another mail video following that, and that might do it for the mail videos. I feel like I get to more people faster with the reading your comments because it's a lot shorter. Whereas the mail videos take a lot longer. And there's nothing wrong with you guys sending mail. The PO box will stay open. Send whatever you'd like. Molly and I will read what you send. Just a matter of doing it on camera and recording it and posting it to YouTube. I feel like more of you guys get screen time with, you know, the short comments rather than the longer letters. And it's just a matter of I want to give you guys the spotlight more than myself. So I don't know. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'll read your input in the comments below. But start commenting on videos. Your comment may appear in a video in a week or so, for a week or two from now, probably 2 weeks from now. Stay tuned for whatever comes next. If you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like. It means a lot. Until next time, I'm gonna go get some water. See ya, guys.